get a good feel from the women. You're gonna walk out. Trust me when I tell you this, you'll walk out with a very, very enjoyable experience. I don't know if you can mic this, but this is badass.
He met a lot of women. I hope he found the one today.
He was gonna steal your date.
Going to attempt. But, I have it so locked down that it's not gonna happen.
Good luck, man.
Not even your best effort.
Good luck.
Come here, you'll enjoy yourself.
Yeah, good time. Good time. Henry says good time.
You have absolutely no idea of the meeting that I had this evening, the date that I had. Fantastic girl, fantastic lady. We had a great time. I'm certain that I will be back to meet her again. And I'm hoping that she will accept my proposal one day. So we'll see where that goes from here. But again, you have to come out and you have to do this if you really want it to happen. That's just the way it goes.
So you think this could be the one?
This could be the one. We'll have to see. It'll be up to her. I like her a lot. You can let her know that. If she watches this video online, maybe she'll see it. Okay? Inga, I hope to see you again. 10-4.
The city is Cartagena.
Cartagena.
There are so many thoughts running rampant through my mind right now. I'm a little bit fearful of the unexpected. I really don't know what to expect, and I think that's natural. Salsa, bachata.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got it,
yes.
man. Why they invite me?
The more you travel, the more it opens up your mind. Yeah, the more you travel, the more you see things.
Hello. Good evening. Welcome to our Monday night webcast. My name is Dina.
Good to see you again, guys. So today we're gonna talk about fiancé visa versus spousal visa. Which one are you gonna do? So imagine you met the woman of your dream, everything's going well, and then you need to, take the next step. So what is it gonna be? What do you prefer? Fiancé visa or spousal visa? We're definitely gonna share, our feedback, our thoughts on the subject throughout this webcast, but we'd like to hear your answers to that, so you can submit it below. Also, we kind of have a sub-question here. So we're making the schedule for the seminars for 2020, for at least first half of the year. So we need to know which cities to go to. So if you could also submit the cities where you would like us to do seminars, which I would assume the closest city, to you. So we'll see, which ones are the most popular ones, and just schedule seminars accordingly. So if you'd like to see us in your city, please let us know. And anyway, so let's start a little bit with our questions. Then we get back to our main topic.
Let me just
yes.
remind you. Yes, and we're going to, of course, we're going to answer tonight all your questions about international dating and marriage. So let's just remind you guys, we have a couple tours going on 2019. So Shenzhen, November 21st, and Kiev, Odessa, November 21st. Anna going to be your tour leader. So it's going to be Ukraine. And we're going to have seminars. Dana Point, November 16th, Las Vegas, November 17th, and Oklahoma City, December 17th. In Oklahoma City, our host going to be me and Anna. So we would love to see you there in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. And even if you don't live in Oklahoma City, I'm sure it's not that far from where you live. So would like to meet you guys in person.
Guys, seminar is a special event you don't want to miss. First of all, you're going to meet John Adams and his wife Tanya in Dana Point in Las Vegas. So we're going to have a free food there. We're going to answer all your questions about tours, mostly about tours and all other questions what you have in the mind. And you have we will have a special discounts only on seminar. So special discount for tour and phone translations, express mail, and other things. So please come to seminars, call our front office, and make some reservations.
Yep. Again, looking forward to seeing you at the seminars. So again, let's answer a couple of questions and get it going. So let's see. I think our questions at this moment is not quite related to the spousal visa, but let's get it out of the way. So Romeo is asking, my question is, how much does the tour cost? Well, it depends on the tour. So average Latin American tours, about, on top of my head, is about 2,200 plus minus. China is about 2,600, and Ukraine is about 3,600. But again, it depends on the tour, time of the year, how many cities included. But you can see all this information on loveme.com. On the main page on the right side, you'll see a link that will say European tour schedule, Latin tour schedule, etc. So you can click on the right destination and see the price and the dates for each tour for 2020. Since we have only few tours left this year, I don't know if you'll be able to make it or not. Do you want to get the next one?
From Joseph, from New York, start to finish, what is the expected time frame of once meeting my future wife and her actually living with me in New York? I plan on going to a social in August of 2020, which one I'm yet to decide. So, Joseph, I met my husband through a foreign affair 13 years ago, and we met. We met at a social. He came there to do individual introduction with other girl, and I was his plan B. So, so we met. We fell in love, and it took me 7 months. So we met in March, and I was in America in October. So about 7 months.
Pretty fast.
So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so pretty fast. Fiancé visa takes 7 up to year probably. So 7 months average time is 7 months for fiancé visa. So yes, a year probably it will take you. It depends on the girl and all that relationship what you're going to have with her.
And this question actually fits really well to our poll question tonight. So fiancé visa versus spousal visa. So, each of them has its advantages and disadvantages, I guess, so you need to figure out which one would work for you the best. Well, let's start with fiancé visa. So nowadays, processing times on average is about 7, maybe 8 months, plus minus, from, start to finish. So the benefit of it's a little faster than the spousal visa, and so basically get a little, I can say, the test drive out of this relationship. So When she gets here, you have 90 days to get married. So she has 3 months to figure out whether she likes this country or she hates it. You know, she wants to pack her bags and go back to, you know, her hometown, which happened, because I know quite a few of those cases. You know, lady comes here from the large city, you know, whatever city it is, and then she ends up in a small town with, you know, totally different lifestyle that she's used to, and, you know, she might love the guy, but her life is, you know, too miserable for her, and the life changes are too drastic that she couldn't take it. And again, it's never easy to start living together, so there could be, you know, potential conflicts or, you know, some issues, so things happen, you know, and that's why you have this little test drive of 3 months to figure out if this thing is gonna work for two of you. And if it doesn't, well, you know, she can always go back and both of you will carry on with your life. With spousal visa, you don't quite, you know, get that grace period. So basically, you would get married in her country, whatever country it is, and you would file for after that for a spousal visa. The downside, it takes a little longer. Usually it takes over a year, but again, I mean, that's immigration, so God only knows. So, but again, for now, it's a little bit over a year. The benefit of it, that she gets a green card upon arrival. That's why it takes longer in fiancé visa, I'm sorry. Because with fiancé visa, she does not get the green card right away. You guys have to file for adjustment of status, which costs extra money. With the spousal visa, once she gets here, you know, she gets stamped at the airport, and like a couple months or 2 months later, she gets her first green card in the mail, a temporary one, so she can also, you know, pretty much go get her social security number, bank account. If she wants to work, she can do it, or, you know, get a car, start driving it, so all that happy stuff. So she will adjust to life a little easier, again, versus with fiancé visa. She would have to wait on her paperwork first before she can start her normal life. Yeah, but again, the downside of fiancé visa is that, on the other hand, wedding. You know, I'm sure every girl wants, you know, for it to be a special day. It wants to have friends and family attending. And if you live in the United States, it is incredibly hard to get a tourist visa to the United States. So even if you can afford financially to bring, you know, your family members, or they can afford to come here for her wedding, most likely they will not be able to come due to legal reasons. It's a very common case. Like over 90% of tourist visa applications get denied. So even if you write a wonderful invitation letter, you know, chances they're gonna make it is slim to none, and, you know, her wedding is gonna be basically your family, your friends, and nobody is on the bride side. So another solution to this, I can say, well, you can have one wedding, you know, in her country and one wedding in your country. So you can negotiate it. So you just basically would have to pick which way is the best for you. And we have more questions, so let's get to it. Alan. Hi guys, hope you're both well. It's Alan from Australia. Well, I'm glad you're watching us that early in the morning. What can I say? As a guy will be going on a number of dates with different women. If there a connection with a number of women, is it okay to kiss different women, as you need to see if there's any sort of intimate connection? Is it to look badly? Well, when guys do it.
It's not up to us. I mean, it's okay to kiss.
Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of both parties involved. First of all, just because you decide to kiss a woman doesn't mean she is like kind of up for that. So it's not like every woman you will feel if there is a connection even without proceeding, you know, and kissing her. You can determine that, you know, pretty much right away within the first date. So yeah, maybe at the first date you don't want to jump all over her and start kissing her to figure out if, you know, that connection's there. You're probably gonna ruin, you know, the whatever it is going on. So. But you know, just when it feels natural, when there is time, you know, you will feel it. So you're not gonna have this opportunity to get that close to every girl anyway, because, you know, we're all humans. You know, it's not, you know, it's not as simple as that, you know. So I mean, and again, to answer to your question, again, I mean, you probably don't want to give false promises to other people, but, you know, you might want to explore one option after another, so you can, you know, go out on dates with multiple people, but once you feel like one of them could be a special one, and if you feel she can, she feels the same about you, then you kind of proceed with that. And if date her for a little bit, if it doesn't work out, then you go back to your other options. So just try to figure out that sooner or later. Don't invest too much time. You might, if you feel a chemistry connection and you can go out and spend time together, you might want to ask other questions that are deal breakers for you. So again, before you invest too much time in those relationships.
From William, why are a lot of the girls on multiple websites? Do they get paid to receive letters?
Well, why not? I mean, so imagine. Let's think about your local dating websites. I mean, whatever it is in your country. So imagine you're from the United States. You can go to Match.com and you will see the same people that you will see on Harmony. You will see the same people that you see on Tinder. There is nothing wrong with that. People trying to multiply their chances to meet that special someone. So why not? It's all free for women. It doesn't cost them anything. So they post their profile over the map and see which one works. As far as women getting paid for letters, no, we do not pay women to write letters. We'll go broke. And the next one is from Akisik. I believe K1 fiancé visa makes more sense because it gives women 90 days to get acclimated to her new country, gives time to plan the wedding, and every time a new question comes up, I keep losing the question. And lives out in case things don't work out. Yes, pretty much I agree with you, Makisik, that, it gives both of you opportunity to figure out that you're compatible, because when you live in separate countries, you're in love, it's all great, you miss each other tremendously, but you don't really know if you're compatible. As far as living together, my solution to that, maybe you want to take extensive vacation together, so go somewhere, so when you spend with someone 24/7, it's pretty good way to figure out if you're compatible or not. So you can get a little preview before she gets here. But then again, so when she gets to your house and you start living together and she starts complaining about dirty socks laying all over the couch, that's where things get real, and that's going to be a big test on your relationships.
From Danny, you should have a seminar in Kansas City.
Well, most likely we will next year. And the same one, we have a vote for Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hope I'll do that one.
Yay!
Or yeah, me and Dina wouldn't mind going to Florida, yeah, for sure. Yep. From Steve, with the fact that most Ukrainian ladies, breadwinners, have these ladies adopted the feminism that exists in most of Western countries? It's not quite like that. So yes, ladies are breadwinners in many cases in Eastern Europe, simply because, well, somebody has to. You can't quite rely on in many cases on local guys to do that. So again, somebody has to do it. But if you ask a woman, what do you want? How do you view your future life? A lot of them will say, I'm tired of being a strong woman. I would like to find a shoulder to lean on. And they do appreciate have that supportive shoulder, somebody who, will be their security blanket and, will be there supporting them. So they don't have to carry all this weight alone. Who wouldn't want that? What do you think?
Absolutely, yes. Plus your family will keep telling you, remind you that you need to get married to succeed in your life. So you have to have a husband and you have to have a kids. That's how it's in Eastern European country. You have to be married to be succeed. So
yeah, it is part of life success. So it's not only career. If you only focused on your career, again, on every family event, they're gonna be, when you're getting married, when you're getting married, when you're getting married.
Look at all your friends is married.
Yeah.
What happened with you? So
and similar thing in China. So we talk a lot about Ukraine, but the same phenomenon exists in China called Chenyu, leftover women. Basically, until the age of 25, parents pushing really hard for women to focus on their career, succeed in business, whatever it is they do, and so try really, really hard. And then once they hit 25, they say, whoa, stop whatever it is you do, and family is more important. So give this thing up and start focusing on family. And again, puts tremendous amount of pressure on those women. they might not want to give up those careers, at least that easily. They want to find the compromise, and Chinese men not always want to see that compromise because they're looking for, like A-level men looking for B-level women, B-level men looking for C-level women, etc. So they would expect, get what they want without necessarily compromising with women. So if she wants to continue her career, that might not necessarily work out, and that's another reason why Chinese women have to look outside of their culture for, to find a life partner who will also appreciate them for who they are, what they achieved, and be equal partners in life.
I think we have from Vox.
How many marriages have you had this year? Me personally, none. Promise, none. But if you're asking about AFA, we do not quite have the stats. It's not like every client that gets married calls us back and say, hey, we just got married.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I just attended my first executive client's wedding this year in October. So I went to New York. It was beautiful. It was so special. Enjoyed every minute of it. But guys, it's the first wedding they actually invited me, and I actually got to attend. And I've been doing this for 10 years because you guys don't call and don't invite me. So please, me and Dina would like to see you. So after watching this webcast, when you go, meet the special someone, and when you're planning this wedding invitation, whom to invite.
And then we will know who is married.
Yeah, who can keep track of you.
Keep track of 2018 or 19. So yes, we'll tell you guys. Okay. Okay, hold on. From Makisik again. So Colombian tour is about 2,000. Yeah, it's a little bit over 2,000 for 7-day tour. You can see the exact number on the website. Again, I don't remember on the top of my head. I think it's about 2,200. What is your advice when, from Andy, what is your advice when the lady says she wants to try for a tourist visa instead? So I think she won't tell it to you because she knows how hard it is to get. All her friends probably tried already to get that visa, and it's like 99% she's not going to get it, and she probably knows that already. So it's really hard to get for a single beautiful lady. It's really hard for her to get that visa because all that immigration issues.
All you can say, you can give it a try. What do you have to lose? Applying for tourist visa takes about 2 weeks. It costs $160 in U.S. embassy fees. So it's, she'll have to gather a bunch of paperwork on her end, but that's not the end of the world. You can try. She's not going to get it, but at least you get out of the question, so you can proceed with the actual correct paperwork. And again, tourist visa is non-immigrant visa. She's not supposed to stay in it. You kind of will be breaking the law if she stays in it. So you want to do everything right. You don't want to go that route. Just do everything the correct way.
So I'm really afraid, guys, that she'll get there on tourist visa. You guys going to marry it, and she's just going to stay without any paperwork. So she's probably not going to get it.
Yeah, and again, and if she does get the tourist visa, stays here, then it'll be really hard for you to do adjustment of status. They had some law changes lately, so it's making it really, really hard to stay and apply for adjustment of status if you are on tourist visa. So it's doable. You might have to hire an attorney. You would have to show a lot of proof that it was not an intentional plan and you're not trying to go around the government and do that. So I would not recommend that path, but again, you can give it a try. Next one from Makisik again. How intrusive are the interview questions at the embassy? I've heard some horror stories.
Guys, I went to the embassy. I just went to in Moscow. It was really nice. Actually, it was really hardly any questions. If they see if it's really truly a relationship, because you guys going to bring a lot of paperwork. You're going to bring pictures, photos. So if they see that's a true relationship, it's going to be hardly any questions. Maybe they asked me one question. I remember that. Are you really want to go with Mark Wahlberg? I guys telling you that. Can I tell last name on?
Well, you already said it.
So my husband's last name really similar to that really famous superstar in Hollywood, Mark Wahlberg. So and they asked me if I would like to go with him to America.
I do.
I said I would love to go with Mark Wahlberg. Oh, no.
But isn't he like Australian or something?
Yes, with your husband, I said yes. And it's only one question if I would like to do that, and they want to see my answer. So,
yeah, basically, if you have a strong case, if you have a lot of proof of relationship, they don't really care. They're not gonna waste their time. The only reason they will ask, additional questions if there is a significant age difference. We had a couple with 50 years age difference, so they definitely drill them at the interview. They want to make sure that was the real case. So in those cases, you need to have additional paperwork. Or if your relationship didn't last long enough, so you met yesterday and applied for fiancé visa 3 days later, of course they also would question that too. So as long as it's solid relationship, you should not be, not be worried.
So guys, just small advice for you: bring a lot of pictures. So to that interview, all paperwork, of course, going to be done, but a lot of proof, like pictures, and they'll be satisfied with that.
Bill, hello Anna, do you think the Patriots will win the Super Bowl this year? Well, Bill, I hope not. It's time for Vikings. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's time for Vikings. Didn't you see that Cowboys game on Sunday night? Come on, we're coming around. We gotta do it. If it's not this year, then I don't know what else. We have Kubiak, Zimmer's still around. We have a great team, but anyway, enough of NFL.
So
I can talk about that forever.
Let's stop talking
Okay.
Let's really trying
let's
to
focus on
get
that.
guys out of football tonight. So
Yeah. What's that Sunday night?
No,
it's
they're
true.
gonna
It's
have a
Monday night. Yes.
Stop.
Okay.
So from Vox Hawks again. Do you know if the visa process for the UK is any easier of the same
as US? No, to answer
yes.
your question, it is different process. So you probably would wanna, if you don't want to inquire with your local immigration attorney, at least Google that information. A friend of mine, my classmate, actually moved to Manchester. She's from Volgograd as well. So it took them quite some time. I remember it was like a year and a half worth of paperwork. I mean, I don't know, maybe that was the specific case. So I can't say it's, very typical, but for them it took like a year and a half.
Are we talking about tourist visa or fiancé?
Well,
I know that
if we
it's
talk
not hard to get a tourist visa.
To UK, it is not that easy. Yeah, I was
my
working for that. Yeah, I mean,
got
it's the same as US. You have to get so much paperwork, proof of income, and they're not making it any easier now. It was a pain in the neck. I had to write, like, for my friend, we were traveling to London a couple of years ago, and she's from Russia. So I had to write, like, because I always do everybody's paperwork, so I have to write this long summary, exactly what we're gonna do, all the shows we're gonna see, and, it's a bunch of personal
Because I
stuff.
remember some of my friends went to London, but nobody went to US. So that's why I thought maybe it's easier.
You're from St. Petersburg. You're forgetting the normal places like St. Petersburg, Moscow, maybe Kiev, from those metropolitan cities. It's a little bit different from us, for people, from those little places in the middle of nowhere. So they don't really like us that much. So double check.
So from Mathcmakers, with the K1 visa, at what point can we file the I-485? I guess it's a citizenship, right?
I do not remember
In
what's
3
I-485.
years after she married you, in 3 years she can apply for citizenship.
No, not quite. So it's so as far as just getting the citizenship, it's 3 years from the date when she gets the first green card, and the first green card can take quite some time.
In marriage. I mean, since she married you, 3 years
It's
later.
it's not from the marriage; it's from the green card because it's not legal. Then it's from the green card getting date.
Well, let's do it like 4 years.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
4 years.
It's gonna be a while
Since you
anyway.
married.
So.
From Mathcmakers, at what point must we file the affidavit of support?
Pretty sure it's a part of paperwork. You file it all together along with fiancé visa. You
Yes.
sign that right at the time. From Derek, what percent get denied? Did not hear what you said. Well, it's, for tourists, if you're talking about tourist visas, probably not. I mean, for single girls, about 90%. Fiancé visa, 95% get approved unless you have really, bad case. But there should be.
It could be. I mean, it must be really, really bad case. Like maybe if you're 80 years old and she's 19, that's probably.
Yep. From Danny, hello. In Ukraine, when is it customary to meet her family? Well, I guess as soon as you guys getting close to a serious relationship, so if the two of you proceed.
Yes. So my husband met my family before we start fiancé visa. Yes. It's a good time to meet the family because my dad wasn't happy with that at all. So
I can't imagine.
then
You can like
somehow-
Did he have a shotgun when AJ came or something?
Yes.
Did he make him drink vodka?
No. But my brother did.
Well, there's
him
always that relative
drink.
who will
Yes.
make you drink vodka.
Yes.
Which is a good
That's a
test
bad idea.
because that's how they test because when you drink you're more relaxed and they want to know who you truly are because they're giving away their one special princess to you and they're taking away you. They want to
But
make sure you're a good
you
guy.
guys, if you're not drinking, so they'll be only happy that you're not drinking because we have a lot of drinking issues in our country. So if you're not drinking, don't worry about it. You'll be, fine. Don't even start.
How long into dating with the Ukrainian woman would she expect me to propose? Well, that's. I don't know. If we really generalize because everybody's different. I don't know, 6 months maybe, something like this.
Everybody's different, guys.
Yeah.
Because I was ready, so my husband proposed me like the next day, and I said yes because it was a chemistry between us. We both want the same thing, like family, kids, right away. So it was okay, but that's really different for every couple, probably.
Yeah, I guess
You
depends
need to
on
think,
her
yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Some people, so for example, she has a child, her kid is in the middle of school, so she won't be able to move right away until the end of school year, or there's some work project or something. So, just plan accordingly too. So, okay. What was it? So let's see. We have off.
Wait.
Okay. Yeah, I think we missed a lot. 1 second, guys. We're trying to find the right
Okay.
question. From Chuck. Have any of the women from the Ukraine come to the ESON student visa? There are English language schools in San Diego, and I have met people from Europe enrolled in those schools. Well, as a person who had a student visa, I can speak from experience there. First of all, it is really expensive. So technically, yeah, you can do it, but somebody has to pay for your school. And if you're coming from Eastern Europe, even if you enroll in a simple community college, those classes cost money, and for with your average income of $300 a month, paying for that school, I don't know if you have rich family, yeah, definitely. But if you come from an average family, they might not necessarily be able
Anna,
to afford
I
it.
honestly love next question because I already read that. But we're going to tell John that.
Please come back to the UK in 2020. It was Dina. Well, technically, I'm gonna be in London in a few weeks, but it's not quite gonna be a seminar. But still, I'm gonna go back to King's Cross because I lost my Slytherin scarf and I need to buy another one. So, by the way, I accept Harry Potter
Invitation.
merchandise as a donation, bribes. That's
Yes.
along with Vikings jerseys.
So from Sly, hi Sly, bring a seminar to Nashville, Tennessee.
I actually always wanted to go to Nashville. It's
Love to go there.
That would be.
I heard you
beautiful.
guys have a great museum there,
Yeah.
like a musical.
Oh yeah, music in Nashville. That's the motherland of music almost. McKissick, do a seminar in San Francisco. Well, that will be even better.
Yep.
Who wouldn't want to go there? From North Carolina, from Dan, does AFA keep statistics about success rate that men have in finding women getting married and having that marriage last? Nope, we do not do that. Because that's what, first of all, how would we know? Imagine we have thousands of guys every year go on tour. I would like to follow up and call everybody. Plus, it's only we're talking about tours. We also have a bunch of individual guys, that travel on their own. That's thousands of people, God only knows. So there is no way, there's not enough time in the day for me to be able to call every single person and, follow up with every single one of them and find out what's going on. So no, we haven't. Once people meet, they run away to sunset, and that's about it.
From Derek, do a seminar in Atlantic City. Yay!
Yeah, well,
Good place.
Yeah, why not? Mansfield, Ohio would be a good spot for seminar. Well, all right, Ohio might be. I don't know, quite wasn't.
Isn't it close to Oklahoma? Okay.
I mean,
Sounds.
not quite, but
Just Gary, come to Oklahoma City.
McKissick, what are some popular honeymoon spots? Would the woman have any objections to Disneyland? Well, as far
We're
as
all dreaming about Disneyland. How about you, Anna? I've always dreamed about
I'm
Disneyland.
pretty sick
when I
of
was a-
Disneyland by now. I mean,
Now, but
well,
remember.
yeah, the first trip,
Child.
I definitely remember my first trip to Disneyland. That was cool, but you probably want to talk to your fiance about she might not necessarily be into that thing. So it depends, how geeky she
We
is.
all want to be a princess and feel like a princess.
Actually, yeah, I do know the couple that from UK. They went to Florida to Disneyland over there to get married. Beautiful wedding, yes, was definitely really nice. But I mean, seriously, why did my question was like, why didn't they fly to Paris? Would be or the wedding taking all the family
Disneyland
from
and
London,
Paris not
from
same.
southern London to Florida. I
So
mean.
Vauxhall again. Any chance you can get someone from your China office to be a part of the webcast and take questions?
Theoretically, yes, but they will, they'll kill me if I have them wake up 3 o'clock in the morning to come to work. So theoretically, it's possible, but they don't want to work 3 o'clock in the morning to come to the office and do this.
It's the big times difference.
Okay, from Dave. Hi, Anna and Dina. I'm interested in the executive service. All great. But during the self-assessment, I get error message when trying to access page 4. Well, just reach out to me. I'll be happy to fix that for you. So travel at lovememail.com or call the office and just
You can
ask.
call our front office. John will be happy to talk
Yeah,
to
we'll
you
fix
about
that.
it.
That's a piece of cake. Actually, probably the first step, we need to schedule the interview time rather than submit the questionnaire. So that will be the second step. So call us. We need to talk about that more first. Regarding the poll question, not sure which would be better. Have never lived in one place longer than 3 years. I might not want to come back here. Well, yeah, I guess, that's not sure what to say there, just, I guess.
From Dan, is your advice for men who are 60-something that they should focus on women close to their age versus finding a younger woman in her 30s? It depends on how you feel. You feel like you can keep up with 30-year-old girl. Would you like to have some kids? Because 30-year-old girl will probably want a kids. So if you don't want a kids, go with 40 and up. After 40 years old, probably they're not going to want any kids. So it's up to you.
Yeah, and again,
it's not a bad age difference.
Yeah, we're talking about Philippines, go for it. Absolutely, that works. If we're talking about for any other country, there will be challenges with that. I mean, we don't say, oh, never, don't do it. It's a horrible idea, because every case is unique. But overall, if we're bringing statistics and the chances of things to work out in the end is, whatever it is, year or two down the road is way lower than if, people are more of the same generations, because again, they have more in common. They in the same. I guess they have similar life experience. So just remember yourself at the age of 30 something. Remember what you were doing at that age. So you'd have to do that again and again. So put yourself in the shoes of that person, because she still have 30 more years to catch up to your life experience. So that's going to be a little bit more challenging. It's going to be putting a lot of pressure on you. So if you're willing to deal with all this pressure, if you're willing to put all the effort into making those things work, and willing to take a risk of things that are not working out, because it is higher than than if we're talking about a little bit smaller age gap, then go for it. I mean, again, might work out in the end. Just realize the risks and what you're getting yourself into.
From Rod, hi, what do you feel is a realistic age difference for dating on this side? I get many emails from women much younger, but I'm skeptical on their level of sincerity.
Well, again,
that's a similar question. Rod, we recommend age difference no more than a 20 years, because it's like in the same generation, and you probably will have a similar lifestyles. Make sure it's chemistry there, so you have a similar lifestyles, things in common. In 20 years, I think it's the
I mean, just think about your daily routine, you know, if you prefer to play golf in the morning and watch Wheel of Fortune in the evening, well, great. You know, it's, but maybe you should also, you know, think, will your future partner enjoy doing that? Maybe she would, you know, want to pursue her career and have a busy lifestyle or do something else or travel. So, you know, that also depends on the energy level and all other things. So it's not that simple. Actually, there are more. We missed like a bunch of questions here. One second. Just 1 second. Hang in there, guys. Trying to find the... From Kisik. Actually, as a paralegal, I'm working on adjustment of status for a gentleman who was born in China, is a German citizen, and works as a reporter for German paper. He married an American girl. Well, good. So you know all about it. So I guess but you don't need the paralegal advice. You know what you're doing. From Steve, can you split your time and go 2 cities if you take a Euro Club Turkey? And I say yes, I will charge you $200 extra for that, just FYI.
From Dan, will women travel to the tour city to meet me, or do you need to focus on women that live in the same city where the tour is located?
So that's, you know, my favorite questions from the guys on the tour.
Here we go.
Yes, so let me start my 3 hours lecture on that. Try to focus on the women in the cities that you're going to. If, you know, she's not from there, you can, you know, you can arrive earlier or stay longer to have enough time dedicated to meet this woman, because she's traveling. And let's hypothetically take, so you're doing Kiev tour, and this woman is from Zaporozhye, right? So she would need to take like 15 hours train to come to Kiev. So she's not going to come for a cup of coffee. She would come expecting to spend 2-3 days with you. But your time on the tour is so limited. So instead of, you know, going on, you know, quick dates with a bunch of local people and figure out with whom you have the best connection, you forget in all this and you put in all eggs in one basket. So you have to spend 3 days with this girl from Zaporozhye, which there is no guarantee it will click. You might hate each other within 15 minutes, or she will like you and you don't like her, or you'll feel like she's your sister or something like this, or vice versa. So anyway, so you stuck with each other for a few days and you totally wasted your tour. So don't mix 2 of those things, keep things separately, you know, and meet those girls or before or after the tour. Try not to meet them during the tour unless it's like an hour or 2 hours if you're doing a desert tour and it's from Nikolaev or something. So if those cities are very close, maybe. If it's, you know, from all over the map, don't even bother, because you'll waste everybody's time.
From Melvin, I noticed that there are foreign women on the site who are currently living in the United States. How would one set up a meeting with them?
So it is $400 per introduction. You would need to send me an email and we'll set it up. From Sly, I read Lviv is the best travel city for vacation purposes. Absolutely, I love Lviv. It's great either in the summer or winter, probably not so much in mid-season. Because again, it's beautiful, right next to beautiful mountains, so you can also, you know, go hang out in the mountains and explore beautiful nature, hiking, camping, whatever it is you guys like to do. There's tons of history in Lviv. There are a bunch of castles nearby. You can take amazing excursions. And in the winter time, it's a ski resort. So the same thing, you know, culture plus ski resort. So yeah, it's for romantic vacation. It is wonderful.
From Larry, do you think there are more pressure on women in Ukraine or China to get married compared to any other country? I think this pressure is everywhere.
It is.
Not in America, I don't think so.
Yeah,
but pressure in America.
Yeah, but especially in Ukraine and China, not as much in Latin America. Well, first of all, people get married much younger in Latin America, you know, so
they have a different issue there.
Yeah, there are different problems that they face, and so it's not quite that. But yeah, Ukraine and China, that's the huge pressure on women. This is from our British guy. I don't drink, so hopefully they won't be offended. I hate drinking vodka. Well, don't. Nobody will be offended.
Even better. Better.
When we're talking about drinking vodka with a family, you don't really have to do this. You know, I'm sure your girl will explain the situation to her family before, you know,
and they'll be happy that she has a husband who doesn't drink vodka.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal.
From slide, do you do a tour to Lviv?
We do not do, at the moment, we do not do any kind of group or individual tours. We do not have enough profile there for that stuff. Great city for, just tourists. And so if you meet a girl, two of you can go to Lviv and do that thing, but not for, dating purposes. From Derek, I'm most interested in smaller cities since I live in the cave in North Carolina. Yeah, the small cities are wonderful to move from to cave in North Carolina. Yes, that I would highly recommend that. Good idea. Okay, hold on. From Vincent, hi Anna and Dina, did you both go through experience of meeting your husband or boyfriend through AFA? If so, what drove you to leave your home country and relocate to USA? I read less than 5% of Ukrainian women relocate to USA.
I don't think it's true.
Yeah,
I think a lot of girls.
Why 5%? If we're talking about people who got tourist visas, yeah, that's 5%, but
yes. Yes. So yes, I met my husband through a foreign affairs 13 years ago, and what actually get me here? So I just want to meet a guy, nice guy, and all the girls, they really want to meet a good guy, family oriented. So we just want a family and kids, that's what, get me here. Yeah. Because I met him and he wanted he wanted family and kids, and I wanted that, so. And I moved here to have that. And if he even was from Australia or UK, I do same. I don't care about America. I just care, about family. I want to build good family.
Yeah, and we hear that a lot of guys say, no, they just want to move to United States. Guys, life here is not as easy. So it's not about this wonderful blue passport. It's not about that. It's about finding the right guy. Yes, of course, everybody wants a better life, and there is nothing wrong with that. You probably wouldn't want to move to Nigeria necessary. So, everybody wants to improve their life. And again, I don't see any problem with that. But it's not about getting a green card or whatever it is. It's finding a good guy that you can trust your life with and start a family and build a relationship. In my case, no, I have not met,
Not yet.
Yeah, that's, I guess. Work in progress, but anyway, so I got introduced to the whole international dating world about 10 years ago when I started working for AFA. Before that, I was not really familiar with that, but it was pretty cool, once I discovered this, it changed my life. From Sean, hi, I stopped talking to Ukrainian girl a year ago due to personal reason. Now I want to continue again communication to her again. Ukrainian woman forgiven and continue communicating after a year or not? Yeah, absolutely. So if she's single,
if she's still single,
if she has a boyfriend, of course, for obvious reasons, she's not going to continue talking to you. But we're all people, so we all understand things not always work out. So, it should be a big deal. Next question: at the social, are the drinks free for the ladies, or would they expect the guy to buy them one when getting to know them? So, guys, during the social, champagne, we serve champagne is free. Towards the end of social, we're gonna run out of champagne because we have so many people and everybody drinks champagne, a lot of it apparently. So yes, once we're out of champagne, or if she wants a cocktail or something else, or you want a beer, there is a bar, cash bar, then you go, get yourself or your lady a drink of her choice, but the champagne is included.
From Derek, I don't want any kids, therefore I am probably looking for a
unicorn. Well, no, it depends on... actually, there are people even... I did a few Skypes the other day with ladies who... I was really surprised they really didn't want to have kids, which is not most common in Eastern Europe, but hey, things happen. So just, I don't know how old you are and, what's your life situation, but, maybe, again, ladies towards... late 30s, early 40s. Again, I don't know if that's age gap would work for you, but just look for somebody who's a little bit older. And by now she gave up on the kids, probably. From Danny, regarding the executive service, how long do you suggest as a minimum length time of time in the city. Well, it's not quite how executive service works. So it's not about spending specific time in the city. We're identifying the candidates that work for you. So we're gonna go through a whole network of affiliate agencies, our offices. We're gonna make suggestions. You're gonna give us your list. So we're gonna, just went all this, and you're gonna talk to those candidates that you and your assistant choose, and we establish some connection before you go, and then you travel to their cities. So it's a little bit different from the group tour or individual tour. So executive service is a whole another level. So again, give us a call. We're going to tell you a little bit more about it because there is a lot to tell.
From then, just want to say thank you for your helpful answers. We appreciate it. You're very welcome, Dan.
It's good to hear. Thank you.
Finally.
From India, 30 years is way too much age gap, 15 to 20 for me. Well, good. Yeah.
Yes, good, Andy. Yes, it's what we recommend.
So another question. I do want kids, and how soon into talking with Ukrainian lady should I mention this? Well, pretty much right away.
You should right away.
Yeah, that's again, that's a point that cannot be negotiated in the relation, because a lot of things you can negotiate: a place to live, work not to work. God only knows. A lot of it, is all about compromise. You can't compromise a kid. You can't have half of child, So that's the thing you really need to. It's a deal breaker, and you need to get that out of the way pretty much. Probably, during your first date, maybe not your first question. Hi, how are you? Do you want kids? Yeah, that's a little, stretch. But towards the end of your date, you probably wanna really ask that. From Brian, hi Dina, hi Anna. I'm talking to a Ukrainian girl that is a nurse. Do you think it will be easier for her to obtain the same occupation here in the United States? Answer is no, because she has to go through medical training all over again. Her degree will not be applicable here, so she will start from scratch. To answer a poll question, K1 visa all the way, give her time to get accustomed to the United States. Side note, 49ers championship? Oh, come on. Just because you have Jimmy G, no. Anyway. And I remember enough football.
Yes.
Okay. Because Dina's gonna kill me by the end of this webcast if I say word football again, so please don't send any more questions on football.
Because we're trying to get you here, and we're going to talk about football.
I'm trying to find you a wife that will watch football with you.
Yes, really. What's more important, football or wife?
Oh, wife that likes football.
Yeah. Trying to find somebody for you to watch football with.
Exactly.
Said, right? So from Andy, hi ladies, thank you.
And from Richard, what are some difference between cities like Odessa, Kiev, Kharkov, Nikolaev? I'm 50. What city should be good to see? Well, the difference between Odessa, Kiev, and Kharkov and Nikolaev is that Odessa is 1 million population, Kiev is 7, and Kharkov is 2 million people. So those are three largest cities in Ukraine. So, and Nikolaev is a smaller town, couple hours away from Nikolaev. So, I would more ask not necessarily your age, but where, what city do you live? So if you come from a larger city, then doesn't matter. Go to all of those four cities. It's equally great. If you come from a small town, pick Nikolaev out of this list. Maybe Kharkov, maybe. But you probably don't want to shoot for Odessa or Kiev. That will be some challenges.
We also have Zaporozhye. That's a good city
too. Yeah, Zaporozhye. Dnipro, it's kind of a large city, but still. Okay. Hold on. This one.
From Andy, when do I get to give the girl I am writing my contact information? So we're not exchanging it on a site through the letters or a phone call. So you will have to send us email. And ask us to give you her contact information. It's not free. You will have to pay a fee. So just give us a call or send us email. So, and we will explain you how it works. But it's about IMBRA form. So she will have to go to office and sign it first, and then give you contact information.
From Dan, when looking at the database, is it safe to assume that the higher numbers are more active and interested? I'm interested in Shenzhen, China. Thank you. Yeah, I'd say it's a good guess. Higher profile number is more recently, so chances that she's still around, haven't met someone, and still looking for someone, definitely better. We do still have a bunch of old profiles on the website from like 7-8 years ago, and those women are still looking for someone. I mean, there's, you know, some of it could be outdated, so you still can submit it. It's not the end of the world. You can submit as profiles that start with, you know, 1-2, 1-3, and all that. We're definitely gonna give them a call and check. That's not a problem. But yes, you know, rule of thumb: higher profile number is, more recent it is, more chances she's still around. Well, guys, that's the first time we're actually kind of running out of questions here. So let's give another minute or two, and we probably will be wrapping up for tonight. So let's see, it's your last chance to ask your questions. I'm surprised nobody really, you know, have any additional questions on K1. Just to remind you guys, we're still gonna continue doing those webcasts at this time. You know, until end of March. So, you know, just a reminder. All right. So, would you like to add anything? Otherwise, guys, we're wrapping up. So, no more questions.
One more coming on.
One more coming. Okay. So, last question for tonight, and let's see who's the lucky winner. And the question of the day is, because usually comes in the end, you know, the most fun usually, you know, just is in the end. No? Otherwise, I'm gonna start talking about football. And Dina's gonna hit me with baseball bat in the parking lot after we leave.
I just sent it through, so I'll see
Okay. Okay, still waiting. But anyway, yeah, guys. So yeah, it's your choice how you want to go about as far as fiance visa or, you know, spousal visa. Probably a good thing to talk to your you know, future wife and see how she preferred to go about it, you know, whether you're in a hurry or not, what arrangements she needs to do before you guys get married, because again, she might be working, she might have a kid in school, some other things going on that she will not be able to like jump on the plane tomorrow and go, obviously, because fiancé visa is a little faster than spousal. So again, each case is individual, every case is different. So let's see. One moment, guys, we're having some technical things going on, trying to get that last question that's still stuck in the queue. It's somewhere lost its way.
We have 3 questions.
3 questions.
Actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Actually, I want to say that, for my opinion, K1 visa, fiancé visa is much better. I mean, we didn't even think about spousal visa back there, because I want to really come here and see what I come into. So I never been to America, so I really, you know, and I come here, and actually I had a couple issues with food, so it was really hard for me to adjust to this food. It was, we went to a restaurant and we come there and order even breakfast. It was so much food, I almost have a panic attack. So I said, no way I can eat so much food. So I didn't know you can take it to go, you know.
Yeah, that's
everybody
normal. Russians wouldn't want to waste all this because grandmother taught us to finish our
do I have
meals.
to eat that? So that was a kind of issue for me, but it's okay as long as you guys have, you know, good partner and you know, somebody who supports you. That's fine. You know? But I like that idea that you have 90 days to think, you know, to see how it's going.
Always change your mind. I mean,
yes, and when you come to on spousal visa, you kind of, you know, have to think, oh my God, you know, now what divorce? You have to go back and apply for divorce. I don't know. It's too much
that's
trouble.
true. That's true. Yeah, because you have to get divorced in the United States, which is
and then
not fun if you haven't experienced that yet.
You're going to start it over. You know, you go to embassies. They'll ask you about it. What happened? You know, just too much trouble.
Yeah, for sure, yes. And again, you want to give her opportunity to find out about her future place of live. You know, when I first moved to Arizona from Midwest, you know, I came like November, which is like really nice weather. I'm thinking, oh, what a great place! It's so awesome. And the summer hit, and it's 125 degrees, and I kind of reconsidered my thoughts, but it was kind of too late at this point. But yeah, it was quite a change. So
yes, and what was I gonna say?
Those 3 questions are still stuck somewhere, you know,
just waiting on that.
Here we go. Last 3 questions for tonight. Oh, I'm curious now. Okay, hold on. From Sly, when you take the tour social, is every guy assigned a translator? The answer is yes. So once you enter a social venue, they're gonna be a bunch of girls, which is our interpreters, holding sign with each guy's name to go find your girl. That's your girl Friday for the night. If somehow you don't get along, which is never happened, but for off chance, you tell the office manager that, and we'll switch it off. We'll always have few spare interpreters just in case for cases like this.
So from then, is it reasonable to think that about 3-5 letters are appropriate before inviting to social?
Well, just invite them without writing them letters. You don't need to write
Even
anyone.
one.
Yeah.
You don't need to write anything.
You seek your girl on a website and she's
want-
from the city you're going to, invite her to a social.
Yeah.
And the last question for tonight from Sean from Ohio. What is the earliest to propose to a lady if I feel comfortable moving to the next stage in the relationship? You'll feel it. I mean, you can see it in her eyes. Again, every case is different, so there is no,
Yes.
exact
So
science.
my husband proposed me next day, and it was fine because we really want the same thing. We're on the same page. We met at hotel in St. Petersburg. So and we've been talking for 4 hours with interpreter. So and we ask each other everything what we want to know. And we found out that we have chemistry right away. So, and we found out we want the same things. And next day he proposed me, and it was fine. But everybody's different, so you need to,
Depends
talk
on
to
your
her
girl.
first.
Yeah, you
Don't
probably kind of
propose
want to
right
talk
away.
to your possible future wife.
At least next day. Don't do it right away.
Because you might
So-
build up all those things in your head and you start
Yeah.
talking to her. And she's like, I don't kind of even like you. Just so you really want to, but you will feel it. You will feel if they're on the same page, if the energy level is there, if the chemistry there, if the connection is right. You will see it. You will know. It's just, it's hard to explain, but you will know when the moment is right. All right, guys. So this is it for tonight. Thank you for watching. It was our pleasure to host you. I am not going to be here next Monday night. I am going to be on the way to Ukraine, taking a long route, but that's a whole other story. So Dina and Joe,
I'll be here.
Gonna-
Yes,
yep,
we'll be
gonna
waiting
be doing
for you
it with
guys.
Joe.
Yes. So just remind you guys, we have 2 tours in Shenzhen, November 21st, China, Kyiv, Odessa, November 21st.
2
with
more spots.
Anna.
I can't take 2 more guys. That's,
Yay.
that's
Hurry
really,
up, guys.
yeah, it's getting really packed. I didn't expect that, so I don't know whether all you guys watched, Monday Night Call and decided to jump on that tour, but it's like the biggest Shenzhen tour now.
And you guys, if you cannot decide to go or not to go on our tours, please come to our free seminars in Dana Point, November 16th, Las Vegas, November 17th. You're going to meet John and Tanya. In Oklahoma City, December 7th, you're going to meet us.
Which is
me
much better.
and Anna.
John's
Yes.
not around, so we can say that.
Yes, so we would love to see you there. So
All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for submitting answers to poll questions. We really appreciate to hear your feedback. So it was wonderful. Now you can go enjoy your Monday night.
thank you guys. Good night.
You got all these beautiful girls, and now they think you're a star.
Now they're gonna really think I'm a star. Sure. Anyway, cheers. This is my first time here.
Ready for round 2 tonight?
I'm going for it. You're gonna be taping everything. You better edit this stuff. And this is working out pretty good. I have to go all the way to the end here. Come make my way back around. Do you know what? I didn't expect this many women. I really didn't. I expected a lot, but not that many. You'll get a good feel from the women. You're gonna walk out. Trust me when I tell you this. You'll walk out with a very, very enjoyable experience. I don't know if you can mic this, but this is badass.
He met a lot of women. I hope he found the one today.
He was gonna steal your date.
Going to attempt. But, I have it so locked down that it's not gonna happen.
Good luck, man.
Not even your best effort.
Good luck.
Come here, you'll enjoy yourself.
Yeah, good time. Good time. See, Henry says good time.